ready to make its debut here in the second round. As they were the top seed, they get a bye past the first round games. They'll be taking on Bevill State. Bevill State coming off a first round win a few minutes ago against Enterprise. Bevill won that first round game 4-0. And before we get started today, some presentations of some awards for Central Alabama and the outstanding season that they have had. Coach Greg Shivers presented with the award for the Coach of the Year, and two of the players in the lineup for the Trojans this afternoon. Morgan Brewer, the center fielder, was named the Co-Player of the Year, and the pitcher that will be starting in the circle in this ball game, Hardy Irwin, received the award for Pitcher of the Year. So lots of awards for this Central Alabama team, and well-deserving. They come in with a record of 40-17, 34-1 in conference play. They've won 32 games in a row. They're ranked number 15 in the country in Division II. And all of that tells you that team that's on the field right now, wearing those bright yellow jerseys, is the favorite in this Division II tournament as they get ready to start play here against Bevill State. Appreciate you being here with us here on JockJive. My name is Tim Altork, and I'll have all the action with you this afternoon in the final game of the day today. And we've had some updates to the schedule with folks here trying to get ahead of the weather tomorrow. Originally, the games were scheduled to be in the same time slots as we have today, 12 and 2:30. But they've moved that up by 2 hours. So first games tomorrow will be at 10 a.m. The second time slot tomorrow will be 12:30. So just keep that in mind. The winner of this game will play at 12:30 tomorrow. The loser will play at 10. So that's how that'll stack up. And we're ready to go. Anna Guy, the right fielder, going to lead things off for the Bears of Bevill State. As I said, 4-0 winners in round one, and both of the first round games went to the lower seeds. Marion Military knocked off Wallace Dothan. Marion Military, the number 6 seed, beat the number 3 seed Wallace Dothan. Bevill, the number 5 seed in the tournament, knocked off the number 4 Enterprise. So Enterprise and Marion are done for today. They'll come back and play the elimination games tomorrow. And a 1-1 count to Guy, who slaps it foul. And it's 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bevill with the win today, up to 32-16 on the season. Outside, full count. It's a good hitting Bevill team, and a guy at 352 in the leadoff spot. No home runs, 13 RBIs coming into the tournament. That does not factor in the stats from today. And she slaps it past the shortstop into shallow center field, a leadoff single for Guy. In the regular season, Central Alabama, as they did against everyone with one exception, Central Alabama swept all 4 games against Bevill during the regular season. Low and away as Allie Keaton, the second baseman, steps in. The only exception, Marion Military was able to log a conference win against Central Alabama all the way back on March 1st. And the Trojans have not lost since, 32 straight victories, and have swept every series since that Marion Military series to start the season. 2 balls and a strike to Keaton. Allie Keaton at 391, no home runs, 29 RBIs. And they're facing Hardy Irwin, who's had a little trouble finding the strike zone here early, and that one's bunted foul to even the count at 2-2. Irwin, as I mentioned, named the conference pitcher of the year. Prior to this game, she comes in with a record of 17-8, a 2.37 ERA, 156 and 2/3 innings, 168 hits, 34 walks, 74 strikeouts for Irwin, who missed outside to fill the count. So 3-2. And that ball is chopped foul. So still a 3-2 count to Keaton. And she waved at it and missed. The throw back to first. Not in time to get Guy. But Keaton strikes out for out number one. And now the third baseman, Bailey Webb. Jammed her. Little pop out towards short. Fielded by Gracie Mills, who made the catch. Moving towards the middle of the diamond. So 2 outs after the leadoff single. Guy still at first. And the cleanup hitter, Bree Murray, at the plate. There's a reason she's in that cleanup spot. .478, the batting average for Murray. 21 home runs, 66 RBIs coming into the season. She has filled it up at the plate. Takes pitch inside. One 1-0 to Murray. Time called by the hitter. She steps out. Very pleasant day here in Alabaster. Ripped foul. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit overcast. There was some spots of rain here earlier this morning on the way in, but no rain has interrupted play or fallen on the games as of yet. The 1-1 changeup misses up and away. It's 2-1. Out in front of that one again, pulled foul. It's 2-2 now to Murray. Bevill, as I said, beat Enterprise 4-0 to earn their spot in this game. This is the winner's bracket game. Two to Murray. Just missed. Maybe a little bit low, maybe a little bit outside, a full count. Time called. As the catcher, Kinsley Higdon, stood up, looking for the signal from the dugout there. Now everybody's ready. 3-2. Call strike 3 at the belt. 2 strikeouts in the inning for the pitcher of the year, Hardy Irwin, and after a leadoff single, that runner is left stranded. No score as we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. Bottom half of inning number 1, no score between Central Alabama and Bevill State here in this second round game of the Alabama Community College Division II Conference Tournament. Kinsley Higdon, the catcher, will lead things off for the top-seeded Trojans. And takes the ball out of the zone. Presley Snell in the circle for Bevill State, making her 29th appearance of the season, 12-7 the record. As she misses outside, it's 2-0. 4.28 the ERA. Leads this team in innings pitched, 119 and a third. She's given up 157 hits, 25 walks, 59 strikeouts. That walk number certainly jumps out at you. She's going to be in the zone. But she's falling behind 3-0 here against Higdon, who's hitting .314 with 3 home runs and 42 RBIs for the Trojans. There's a strike. 3-1. Marion Military, the 6th seed in this tournament, won its opener against Wallace Dothan. There's another strike, and Snell has filled the count against Higdon, 3-2. And she came back and got the strikeout. Nicely done by Snell. 1 down in the first. Threw 3 straight balls and then 3 straight strikes. McKinley Allen, the left fielder, will step in now. .323, a home run, 40 RBIs. Takes the ball outside. Talking about Marion Military, won against Wallace Dothan, the 6th seed, beating the 3 seed. Marion pitcher Emily Rice, a 2-hitter. Had a no-hitter into the 5th. And was completely in control in that game. And Marion taking on Bishop State in the other game going on right now. That pitch just missed after a foul ball. It's 2-1 now to McKinley Allen. Came in on her line off the glove of the third baseman Webb. She picks up and couldn't quite pick it up cleanly to get the throw off in time. That was a hard hit ball, and Webb just did not have time to react. And we'll call that an infield single. So the Trojans have a runner at first with 1 out. And the co-player of the year, the center fielder, Morgan Brewer. Takes a strike on the corner. A pitcher's pitch there for Snell. She gets ahead 0-1. Here's why Brewer's co-player of the year, .429 the average, 12 home runs, 78 RBIs. She pops that one straight up. Going to get out of play. Back behind home plate. 0-2 the count. Snell has her signal. She's ready. Misses low. It's 1-2. First day of potentially 5 days here in Alabaster for this tournament. Four days, I should say. They could wrap it up on Saturday, depending on how that championship round goes. There's always one team that already has a loss that reaches that championship round. And if that team wins and forces a second championship game, then that final game would be played on Sunday. If it doesn't reach that game, then everything would wrap up on Saturday. And we'll have all those games here for you on JockJive. So I hope you'll stick around with us all weekend. 2-2 the count to Brewer. Off speed, a little pop behind third. Looked like she came in and then went back. The runner had to hold. The throw to second is in time to get the force out. So all's well that ends well defensively for the Bevill Bears. But I don't know if Webb, the third baseman, read that one very well off the bat. You had Pike coming in behind her from short. But they get the out. Brewer reaches on the fielder's choice, so she's at first with 2 outs now. And that one's popped out of play. By Cannon Wells, the third baseman. And the home plate umpire is out of softballs. And he goes and collects some more. Cannon Wells, .392 the average. 3 home runs, 61 RBIs. Batting in that cleanup spot. Takes up and away. It's 1-1. Caught the corner on the inside. She turned around to get away from it. But it was in the zone, and it's 1-2. Tried that spot again. Jammed her out over second. Running catch. Nicely done. Allie Keaton got a good jump on it and held on as she hit the turf. Out number 3, a single for the Lady Trojans, and nothing more. Runner left stranded. We go to the second, no score. Back here for the top of the second inning, no score. The number 1 seed, Central Alabama, against the number 5 seed, Bevill State. First pitch, ground ball to short. Morgan Dupree, the left fielder, is retired for out number 1. Mentioned that CAC won all 4 games against Bevill when they played during the regular season. That was not that long ago. That one off the fists of Caitlin Chappell, caught out at short for out number 2. They played on April 10th and 12th, about 3 weeks ago. And the closest game between these two teams was the first game, a 4-1 win for Central Alabama. After that, 15-6, 8-0, 8-0. And that pitch hit Boomer Hughley, the catcher. Up and in on her, and it clipped her. So she gets first base. Second base runner for the Bears. Comes with 2 outs here in the second. And the number 8 hitter, Peyton Pike, the shortstop, at the plate. Takes low one in. And we're going to get a swap out at first base, I believe, as Coach Chris Harris comes in and makes a change with the home plate umpire. And that is Allison Bates. That is now at first base, running for the catcher, Boomer Hughley. So Bates on the base path now with 2 outs. And a 1-0 count to Peyton Pike, who digs back in there against Hardy Irwin. And she takes one right through there to even the count, 1-1. Peyton Pike, 185 the average. No home runs, 15 RBIs this season. She's behind the count now, 1-2. Off the end of the bat, slowly towards second, collected, thrown, and the out is made. Brooklyn Cochran, nice play out at second. Judged her time well and made the throw accurately and got the third out of the inning. So another base runner stranded in the second for the Bears of Bevill State. We'll go to the bottom half, no score. No score here, bottom of the second. Central Alabama coming up to bat against Bevill. The other game going on, Bishop State, the number 2 seed playing the number 6 seed, Marion Military. Bishop State up 5-0 in that one. They started a little earlier as the games on that other field got done a little quicker in the first time slot. The strike drops in there to Morgan Spear to lead off the second for the Trojans. Another strike on the corner, and it's 0-2. Spear at 331, 4 home runs, 44 driven in. And she fouled that one off. So still 0-2. Snell got the strikeout, swinging. One away in the second. Second strikeout for Presley Snell. That was good pitching there. She spent most of that at bat on the inner part of the plate against Spear, and then threw that rise up and away for that third strike. And again, she starts inside, just misses in there to Grayson Tucker, the designated player. 1 ball, no strikes to Tucker. 287, 4 home runs, 36 RBIs for Tucker this season. Outside missed. 2-0. That one's low and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Strike at the belt, 3-1. Saw Snell fall behind 3-0 against the leadoff hitter of this game. Came back to strike her out. See what happens after the 3-0 count in this one. She's got it to 3-1. Back with a strike, fouled away. It's 3-2. And that one got away from her, tried the changeup, but it sailed for ball 4. So Tucker aboard with 1 out. First walk for Presley Snell. Mentioned she does not do that a lot. Just 25 walks and almost 120 innings coming into play in this tournament. And that one missed low and in. Brooklyn Cochran, the second baseman. Again, low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Cochran at .391, 2 home runs, 33 RBIs. Handful of hitters in this lineup up around 400 or over it. Two and 1 the count now. In the air, left side, foul, going to get out of play. And that'll even the count, 2-2. Got her to chase. Pitch probably out of the zone around her ankles. Second strikeout in the inning. Third in the game for Snell. 2 outs and runner still at first. And the number 8 hitter, Morgan Phillips, the right fielder, at the plate. And a strike right through there for Snell. She had fallen behind the previous 2 hitters. Starts Phillips off with a strike. Morgan Phillips at .272. No home runs, 8 RBIs this season. And again, that changeup. Snell hasn't quite found the release point on that one. That one missed high. It's 1-1. Little liner out towards second and caught again. Keaton, nicely done. Reached up and grabbed that one before it got out into right center field. So a 1-out walk does no harm for the Bears of Bevill State. That runner left stranded, and we'll go to the third, no score. Izzy Engel, the number 9 hitter, to lead things off for the Bears here in the top of the third. No score. Just one hit through 2 innings for both sides. Slap foul. 1-1 the count to Engel. Good average for Izzy Engel in that number 9 spot. 409. No home runs, 8 RBIs. But you see her style of play. She's that slap hitter. She's a runner that they want on base, and she's going to get on. As she strokes that one past the shortstop and into left center field. Second hit for the Bears, and a good base runner aboard to start the third. Engel has stolen 35 bases this season. Off she goes. She has not been caught yet and will not be this time. She's at second. Oh, no. Did they say she left early? They do. She's out. Engel, too anxious. Called out for leaving the base early. So that is out number 1 here in the third. Base is now empty, and Anna Guy at the plate. And that one's popped up foul out of play. One ball, one strike. The pitch on the stolen base attempt was a ball, so it's 1-1 to Guy. She takes up and away. It's 2-1. Guy had that base hit, the other base hit for the Bears to lead off the game, her first time up. Just missed outside. 3-1. Popped up, going to get out of play, full count. The 3-2, another foul. Made a lot of improvements to this ballpark. It's been a couple years since I've been here. But the fields are all turf. There's no natural surface, no grass, no dirt. It's all artificial out there. That one's punched out into left. Another hit for Anna Guy. Back-to-back singles for the Bears. Unfortunately, they only have one base runner to show for it after Izzy Engel was called out for leaving the base early trying to steal. So Guy at first with one out. And Allie Keaton, who struck out her first time, fouls the first pitch back to the backstop for strike 1. Guy can also steal some bases, 32 out of 36. Didn't see her try to go when she got on in the first. No sign of her taking off here as of yet. The pitch missed outside to Keaton. It's 1-0. Or excuse me, 1-1. Foul back. 1-2. Bishop State lead up to 9-0 over Marion Military. They're in the 5th inning. As I said, they got started a little earlier on that field, and a strike called to Keaton. Don't know if she went around. The umpire signaled as if it was a called strike. So Keaton strikes out for the second time. Three strikeouts total for Hardy Irwin. And there goes Guy, and she steals it. Good pitch to run on as that pitch was low and in. I believe they appealed that one too, but Guy timed it well. She's at second with a stolen base. 2 outs in the inning. Grounded, foul, past third. It'll be a 1-1 count to Bailey Webb, who popped out to the shortstop her first time. Bevill trying to strike first here in the third. Runner in scoring position. And that pitch missed low and away. It's 2-1. And a fast runner at that. Any hit in the outfield would probably score Guy. And that one's pulled foul past third to even the count, 2-2. The 2-2. Little pop out towards right center. That's going to get down and score that run. A big 2-out hit for Bailey Webb, and Bevill's on top 1-0 here in the third. Clutch hitting for the Bevill third baseman. Swinging first pitch is Murray. She got under it. In the air to left. McKinley Allen is there to put it away for out number 3, but not before Bevill State gets on the board. A 2-out RBI single by Bailey Webb. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Bevill leading the top-seeded CAC Trojans 1-0. Bottom of the third, Bevill puts a run on the board in their half of the third. They lead it 1-0. It'll be the 9-1-2 spots in the order for the Trojans. Gracie Mills, the shortstop, to lead things off. Takes high. Mills ready to slap it. She's at 316, 2 homers, 21 RBIs. Bevill infield creeps in. A strike evens the count. It's 1-1. That one missed. Looked like it had the plate maybe a little bit high, 2-1. Also kind of crossed up the positioning of the catcher. Did not hit the target there. That one was up and away. It's 3 balls and a strike. Mills was taken all the way and draws the walk. Second walk for Snell. It comes leading off the third. Back to the top of the order. Kinsley Higdon at the plate. And that hit her in the elbow or somewhere thereabouts. So she takes her base. 2 free passes here, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, and it's first and second with nobody out. And Coach Harris going to talk something over here with the home plate umpire, possibly about that ball hitting the batter. It didn't look like she made much of an effort. Almost looked like she stuck her elbow out into it. Not much of an argument there, though. So McKinley Allen, the left fielder, she had a base hitter last time up. Takes high. Snell has lost the target on the strike zone here a little bit in this third inning. That one in there for a strike. 1-1. That McKinley Allen single in the first, the only hit so far for the Trojans in this game. She lays down the bunt. It gets past the pitcher. The second baseman fields, throws, not in time. The bases are going to be loaded. A absolutely perfect bunt by McKinley Allen. Strong enough to get past the pitcher, but not too strong to get out to second in time for Keaton to make the play. So a big scoring opportunity for Central Alabama here in the third. Bases loaded, nobody out. And the heart of their order coming up. Morgan Brewer at the plate. And now Coach Harris comes out to talk to one of the field umpires. Don't really know what that could have been. He did point over towards third base as he walked out. But again, I don't know what the topic of conversation was there. But bases loaded, nobody out. The co-player of the year in the conference at the plate, Morgan Brewer. The table is set for the top-seeded Trojans here. Called strike, a perfect pitch from Snell to start the at-bat, 0-1. Up and in. A ball and a strike now. Brewer grounded into a fielder's choice. I say grounded. She hit that little pop fly out past third that did hit the ground, but there was a runner at first that had to hold thinking the ball was going to be caught. And that turned into a fielder's choice. That pitch missed outside. It's 2-1. In on her. She turned on it and crushed it into the next field. Way out in front. 2-2. Change up. Stayed high. Full count. Good pitch selection there, but Snell couldn't quite drop it into the zone. See what she comes back with here on the full count pitch. Missed low and away, and they walk in a run to tie the game. Mills comes home. Higdon to third, Allen to second. Brewer to first on the bases loaded walk to tie the game. Still nobody out. And Coach Harris out of the dugout for the third time this inning. And had some words for the home plate umpire. I think he wanted that changeup on the 2-2 pitch. He wanted that called strike, as did a lot of the Bevill fans, but they did not get it. And Harris calms down his pitcher, tries to, in an inning where nothing has gone right yet for Bevill. A walk, a hit batter, an infield single, and another walk has forced home a run. There's nobody out, and the cleanup hitter, Cannon Wells, is at the plate. High for ball one. I don't want to harp on it, but it is these control problems very uncharacteristic for Presley Snell. 2 walks in the inning, 3 in the game after she issued just 25 walks all year. And she's fallen behind 2-0. And that may be the there's a strike. It's 2-1. That may be just the CAC effect, the mental pressure that you put on yourself against a team that has done this well this season. You're playing a team on a 32-game win streak. You know what you're up against. And you feel a need possibly to be absolutely perfect. Not make a mistake in the middle of the zone against these good Trojan hitters. 3-1, foul back, it's 3-2. And you get into that mentality, it can snowball on you a little bit. You get in this situation, you don't want to groove one and give up a big hit, but at the same time, you don't want to start walking in runs either. And she's walked in another one. That pitch was low. CAC doing it one base at a time right now. 2 runs in, bases loaded, nobody out, just 1 hit in the inning. Up and in, Morgan Spear, ball 1. Spear struck out her first time. And Snell just can't find it, and they're not going to give her any more opportunity to do so in this game. So a pitching change going to be made for the Bears with trouble on the doorstep here in the third. 2-1, CAC leads it. New pitcher, we'll tell you about her when we come back. A new pitcher for the Bears, Carly Sparks, steps into the circle for her 29th appearance. A record of 6-0, 3.95 the ERA, 72 2/3 innings pitched, 84 hits, 28 walks, 36 strikeouts. And a ball to start the at-bat to Morgan Spear. Bases loaded, nobody out, 2 runs already in. Another ball low. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. A walk, a hit batter, an infield single, bunt single that loaded the bases, and then back-to-back walks to force home these 2 runs. The 2-1 is low. There's some confusion on the count here. And the home plate umpire emphasizes that was ball 4. We had the count different. And the home plate umpire is very emphatic that was ball 4. So another walk forces home another run. Still the bases loaded. Grayson Tucker, the DP, at the plate. That pitch missed low. 1 ball, no strikes. I think the confusion in the count, the pitching change was made mid-count. And that may have led to some of the confusion on the field. And that one gets on the corner at the knees. 1-1 now. Time call for Coach Shivers to talk to his hitter. Central Alabama trying to blow this one open here in the 3rd. All 3 runs have come in on bases loaded walks. A total of 4 walks and a hit batter in the inning. 2-1 the count to Tucker, who drew a walk her first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. That one misses low. 3 balls and a strike. That one's on the corner. It's full. Everybody on the Bevill side, I know, just thinking make them swing the bat. There's all these walks in this inning. You just want to make them earn it. The 3-2, another walk with the bases loaded. It's 4-0. These things are hard to explain sometimes. You get in the middle of these innings and your pitcher and the pressure just continues to mount as it continues to go south. And another pitch misses low and in, ball 1 to Brooklyn Cochran. 4 straight bases loaded walks. Off speed. Must have been high, 2-0. Call strike, outside corner at the belt, 2-1. That one's in the air to center. Finally an out. The runner tags from third and scores. So a sacrifice fly for Cochran. And an RBI makes it 5-0. The ninth batter to the plate is Morgan Phillips, the right fielder in this inning. Runners first and third now. Phillips hit a soft line drive to second. Her first time up. Takes one low and in. Allison Bates behind the plate. That's worth noting. Hughley got the start. Got on base her first at bat, and Bates came in to run for her. Bates has stayed in defensively behind the plate. He catches a strike there. It's 1-1. Over the circle, back to the pitcher, or back to the middle of the infield. The shortstop came in front of the bag at second and tagged the runner coming from first to get the out there. Another run comes home to make it 6-1. Tucker tagged out on the fielder's choice for the second out. Phillips at first. And Mills, who started the whole inning off with a walk, is back up there for the second time. And Sparks has gotten ahead of her, 0-2. So 6 runs in. Trojans have batted around. Runner takes off. Throw goes into center field, well off line. As Bates, I don't know if she slipped, but that ball was nowhere near the base. Phillips steals second and gets to third on the throwing error. But that won't matter if Sparks can get Mills here. She's ahead in the count, 1-2. Called strike 3, and mercifully, the third inning comes to an end for the Bears of Bevill State. 6 runs across on just 1 hit. 5 walks and a hit batter. 4 of those walks came with the bases loaded. And we go to the fourth. CAC leading it 6-1. 6-1, Bevill. Morgan Dupree leads off the fourth with a base hit to center field. Caitlin Chappell shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball. It's 1-0. Bevill with its work cut out for him now, trailing at 6-1. Here in the top of the fourth. Call strike to Chappell. It's 1-1. And the home plate umpires just issued a warning, I believe, to Caitlin Chappell. She turned after that strike call and must have said something to the umpire that he didn't like. So a 1-1 count to Chappell. Grounded to short. This might be two. To second for one. On to first in time. And the Trojans turn the double play. 6-4-3. 2 away in the fourth. Base is empty. Now Hughley back in the lineup. Boomer Hughley, who got the start as the catcher, was lifted for the pinch runner, Allison Bates. Bates stayed in to catch a couple innings, and now Hughley back in there when her turn in the lineup came back up. Hughley was hit by a pitcher first time. Takes the changeup high for ball one. Got around on that one, pulled it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boomer Hughley, 354 the average, 8 home runs, 36 RBIs this season. She's got some pop. Showed it there, but was out in front. Sent it a long way, but foul. And it's 1-2. Low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounds that one foul past third, still 2-2. The first round of games, the lower seeds were the winners. The 6 seed Marion Military beating the 3 seed Wallace Dothan. This team, Bevill, the 5 seed, beat the 4 seed Enterprise. But in this second round, order has been restored a little bit. Hughley asked for time right there, didn't get it. The pitch was up and away, and it's a full count. She was a little late asking for time, and wisely did not give up on the pitch. The 3-2 is grounded foul again. Bishop State beating Marion Military in their second round game. 9-0 was the final in that one, I believe. Hughley draws a walk. Good at bat by Boomer Hughley. Fouled off some pitches. Now Peyton Pike, who ground out to second her first time. Takes the ball. Not sure where that one was. It's a pretty by-the-book strike zone right now. That one was in there for a strike to even the count, 1-1. Pull foul, 1-2. One ball, two strikes to Peyton Pike, the shortstop for the Bears. In the air, pretty well hit to center field. That's going to get all the way to the fence. Hughley is going to hold at third. It's a two-out double for Pike. She gave that one a ride. Second and third with two outs. And now for Cack, how big was that double play? That's the second hit in the inning. And if it had not been for that double play off the bat of Caitlin Chappell, might be a run across right now. As it is, it'll take a two-out hit from Izzy Engel. Slapped too short, collected, thrown. Good play, Gracie Mills, who wasted no time getting that ball out of her glove and across the diamond for out number 3. 2 hits in the inning for Bevill, but they leave runners stranded at second and third. No runs across. 6-1 our score as we go to the bottom of the 4th. All the baseball next week, the Division I baseball in Oxford, too. 6-1 our score. Central Alabama, the top seed in this tournament, the number 15 ranked team in the country. A 6-run third inning. The difference in the game, and it's a frustrating way if you're Bevill State to give up 6 runs. 4 bases loaded walks. They got all 6 of those runs without an error committed and with only 1 hit. Just a momentary lapse of control by the Bevill pitchers. And Sparks in there to face the top of the order. And that ball was right at Izzy Engel in center field, almost like it was thrown to her. Kinsley Higdon put a good swing on it, but she is out number 1 in the 4th. Engel just stood there and waited for that ball to land in her glove. So now McKinley Allen takes a changeup up and away. Allen had that only hit in the 6th inning. It was a bunt single. Fouled up out of play. 1-1 to Allen. I just said sixth inning. It was the third inning, a 6-run inning. We're in the fourth. That's pitched low. It's 2-1. The winner of this game back on the field tomorrow at 12:30. That one's fouled out of play to even the count, 2-2. They moved the times up for tomorrow's games. We're starting at 10 o'clock, not noon tomorrow. So 10 and 12:30 are the game times tomorrow instead of noon and 2:30. So the winner of this one will be in that second time slot, the 12:30 time slot. That pitch just missed, and it's a full count. The loser of this game will be back on the field at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Ripped foul. Hot shot to first. Good play by Bree Murray over there to get the glove down, step on the bag, and get the out. 2 away. Right past the pitcher and into center field. A 2-out single for Morgan Brewer. The loser of this game will play Wallace Dothan tomorrow morning at 10. The winner will play Bishop State tomorrow at 12:30. All the other games for today are done. This is the last game of the afternoon. That pitch is a called strike on the corner to Cannon Wells, who started the merry-go-round with an RBI walk her last time up. She's also popped out to second. Up and away. A ball and a strike to Wells with a runner at first and 2 outs. In the air, pretty deep center. Going back is Engel at the track. She slows down and catches it right in front of the fence. A deep fly by Wells, but it stays in the yard. Engel puts it away. And the 2-out single does no harm against Bevill State. That runner's left stranded. 6-1 our score as we go to inning number 5. Central Alabama leading Bevill 6-1, top of the fifth. And top of the order for the Bears. Anna Guy, Allie Keaton, Bailey Webb, the three due up. Trying to cut into this lead. Bevill scored first. They got to run across. In the third inning, it was Guy who scored that. Guy's 2 for 2. She's in a 2-strike count right now. Takes outside. One and two to Anna Guy, the right fielder. Again, misses outside, 2-2. In that third inning, Guy reached first and then stole second, and that one is hit foul down the line over the head of the left fielder, Allen. That had triple written all over it for Anna Guy, but it was a foul ball. So still 2-2 for Anna Guy, who stands back in the box. Called strike 3 at the knees. Hardy Irwin wins the battle against Guy for the first time. 4th strikeout for Irwin. And now Allie Keaton. Irwin has had her number. Keaton 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Pitch is low and away for ball 1. In the air, left side, coming in the left fielder. Allen shows the range and makes the catch. Two outs in the 5th. Now Webb, who drove home the only run for the Bears, an RBI single with 2 outs in the 3rd. She's 1 for 2. Pulls that one foul on the ground past 3rd for strike 1. Lifted to shallow center. Brewer comes in and makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Hardy Irwin and the Trojans of Central Alabama. Comfortably ahead, 6-1. Our score as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Six to 1, Central Alabama leading Bevill, bottom of the 5th. Call strike to start things off. Morgan Spear the hitter. Carly Sparks, the pitcher. Spear drew one of those 4 bases loaded walks her last time up. She's 0 for 1. She's also struck out. In the air high to left center. That one hung up there. A little misread out there by Morgan Dupree. I think maybe she might have been waiting for Engel to sort of take charge of that, but Engel had a longer way to go. Dupree made the catch. Made it a little less routine than maybe it should have been, but the out is recorded. 1 out in the 5th. Grayson Tucker takes one high. 1-0. Tucker has been up twice. She's walked twice. One of those came with the bases loaded to force home a run. She's got an RBI. She fouls that one straight back. This is what I'm talking about. How that kind of inning can just snowball on you like it did in the 3rd for Bevill. Sparks came in and issued a couple of walks, but since then has returned to normalcy as far as pitching is concerned. She's pitching to contact and has gotten some outs. You just sometimes as a team you get stuck in a rut control-wise, and it can be really hard to break out of that. But once you do, things just sort of go back to normal. That's been the case for Bevill in this game outside of that 3rd inning. 2-1 to count. Pop fly in on the infield. Keaton, the second baseman, comes over towards first and puts it away for out number 2. Now Cochran, the second baseman. Number 7 spot in the order. Takes one low and in. She struck out. She also drove home a run with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. Takes outside, 2-0. Didn't miss by much, but it was out of the zone. 3 balls, no strikes to Cochran. Low and in, a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs. And the number 8 hitter, Morgan Phillips, will stand in. Phillips 0 for 2. She's lined to second and hit into a fielder's choice. Takes a ball, 1-0. Called strike outside corner, 1-1. And that one's in there as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Phillips. Central Alabama trying to hold this lead. Advance in the winner's bracket. They would take on Bishop State tomorrow at 12:30. Bishop State a 9-0 winner in its game across the way. Backhanded by the second baseman. She tried to flip to second with the shortstop covering. Throw was offline. Not sure she would have got the out anyway. Good effort by Allie Keaton up the middle. Give Phillips an infield single, so it's runners first and second with 2 outs. And the number 9 hitter, Gracie Mills, at the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Takes the ball low and away. Mills saw her do that in her first at bat. She's not making any effort or any inclination to swing, just sort of walking away from the plate and taking the pitch. That one was a strike. It's 1-1. That one low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Call a strike, popped out of the mitt of Hughley, and the runners move up. Cochran to third, Phillips to second. But a 2-2 count to Mills with 2 outs in the inning. The other way, off the glove of the shortstop, a run is in. Peyton Pike had to leave her feet to try to field that ball, and all she could do was knock it down. That gets a run across to make it 7-1 and puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. Low and away, back to the top of the order, Kinsley Higdon. She's 0 for 2. She was hit by a pitch in the third and scored a run. And that one's ripped, solid single to left, another run in. It's 8-1. All of this with 2 outs for Central Alabama. Sparks got the first 2 hitters in routine fashion, but a walk and 3 straight hits have brought home 2 more runs and stretched the lead. In the air, shallow center coming in. Out goes Pike. And she made the catch, or did she? And that ball was not caught. The run comes home, and that's the ball game. The 8-run mercy rule in effect here in the bottom of the 5th. I thought she caught it. She had her back to me, and it shielded me from what happened on the play, but that ball clearly hit the ground and allowed that winning run to come home. 9-1, our final score, as Central Alabama on the back of a 6-run third inning. They score 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th to walk it off here in the second round of the Division II tournament in the Alabama Community College Conference. So here's where that puts us. Bishop State will take on this Central Alabama team, number 1 versus number 2, tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. The day will start at 10 o'clock with Wallace-Dothan versus Bevill State and Enterprise State versus Marion Military in the 2 elimination games. Those 2 games will take place, as I said, at 10 a.m. Then at 12:30, Bishop, the winner of those 2 games, of those 2 elimination games, will meet at 12:30, as will Bishop State and Central Alabama, and those will be the only games tomorrow, and we'll have them all right here on JockJive. Final game of the day, a final score, Central Alabama 9, Bevill State 1. Join us back tomorrow at 10 a.m. for more action from the Division II tournament of the Alabama Community College Conference here on JockJive. My name is Tim Altork. We'll see you tomorrow.